What's up, YouTube? We got Miguel here again, and we got Undefeated, right? You got what, a draw?
Yeah, first place Undefeated, yeah, 4-0-1.
Yeah, we'll count that. With Scareclaw, right?
Yeah.
Some Kashtira cards.
Yeah, Scareclaw, a little bit of Kashtira, and Adventure.
Okay, sounds good. Let's get on with the deck profile.
Get into it.
And we got the...
Yeah, got 10 packs for first place, so pretty solid, solid. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into this. So yeah, I have this sorted by engine, so we'll just kind of go engine by engine. So I think this is probably pretty straightforward, right? If you're familiar with the Scareclaw, right? So the 3 right card, that's like the main, kind of like the you know, the meat and potatoes of the deck, kind of does everything. If you have 3 defense position monsters on field, not just your side, on the field, you can search and then draw one on top of that. So it's kind of like engage, like Sky Striker engage, yeah. And I don't think I once activated. There was like one time today I need to get the extra draw off it. Every other time I was getting the draw, so that was sick. And then yeah, the other 3, Astra, Acro, and 3 Balloon.
They all have the same effect, pretty much.
Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah, they all summon the same way. They're all 1-card starters for the deck. Pretty cool. Their second effect, which is sometimes relevant, mostly not, is Astra and Acro are pretty good. They're just like Astra boost by 300, Acro. They can your big guy can attack as many times as many Scareclaw defense position monsters you have, and then this one just makes it piercing. So the only thing they do is just boost up and give extra effects to your Link 3 guy, but pretty good. Yeah.
Is it kind of weird that he's level 3 or level 4, or not really?
Not really. Yeah, pretty much never comes up. Really, the only thing is like so your big guy, your Link 3, he can target one engrave, a level 3, to special summon back. So that's the only thing. He can't get spec'd back off the big guy. But no, that's pretty irrelevant for this deck. So yeah, this is all solid. Get out the way. And then for the spells that kind of complement the Scareclaw deck. So 2 Reichphobia. 3 is too much, 1 is too little because you search this off the Link 1. So I think 2 is kind of the perfect amount, even though you don't want to draw it because you always want to be searching it. But so in that case, you know, if you do draw, you need the second one to search. So 2 is perfect there. And then 1 Defanging and 1 Arrival.
Oh, and this also has a popping effect, right? If you have 3 or more.
Yeah. If you have 3 or more defense position monsters, and that's also on field, not just your field. You can pop really good. Defanging is crazy. It makes it so your Link, your big guy, he cannot be targeted and he can't be destroyed by card effects. And this also has a pop effect. Banish a Link Scareclaw from grave and then target a card your opponent controls pop. So you can get 2 pops off these and it's like basically free. Like you're getting 2 pops for free off these 2 cards every turn.
Continuous. You can just have it on the field.
Oh yeah, and it's continuous. Yeah. And your big guy's already hard to out. So when you have this on board, it's like, you know, you got to have something special to get him off the field. And then Arrival, usually either the going second or the follow-up card. Adding it off right card, all it does is target and monster reborns one of your Scareclaw monsters, and then its second effect, you can banish it from grave to protect a Scareclaw monster from destruction. So yeah, that'll come up from time to time. But yeah, really good here. Just a few spells which I like, not too many garnets. So that's pretty much it for the Scareclaw engine. And then we go on to the small Kashtira engine. So 1 planet, 2 Fenrir, and 1 Scareclaw Kashtira. The planet makes sense, right? It can search either of these. I think also my thought process was like, if I draw one, draw the other. If they ash the planet, you know, don't have to be worried too much about it. I was pretty much going back and forth between a 3rd Fenrir or the planet. But I figured planet, you can also, you know, get this guy out. Still in testing mode, but in any case, yeah, the Fenrir makes sense. Obviously, it's just a like ubiquitously really good card in the format right now. But what makes it really good in this deck is you're searching Scareclaw Kashtira off of it the majority of the time, and that just, you know, this is a starter, it's an extender, this does everything for the deck. Lightheart puts everything on the field into defense position, so this is also like, you know, an extra 26 attack, when everything's locked into defense mode. So really awesome. If anything, I would consider bumping that up to 2 just because it's so good for the deck.
And for people who don't want to like buy those, like, do you think they're mandatory? You can play like other. Like,
no, yeah, you definitely don't need it. Obviously, it's better. It makes it a lot better, and it gives you extra, you know, more access to the Kashtira, and you know, better extender and whatnot, but not mandatory. Not mandatory. I would say, yeah. Let's look at these 2 guys. Let's throw that there. Cool, and now on to yeah, the good old adventure package, right? So yeah, the 3 Enchantress, 3 right. We pretty much play the full package here. 3 right. Everybody knows Griffin, Adventure. And then once again, just kind of the slight little spice. I like to play Legal Knight. Yeah, I love a Legal Knight. It's so good. You know, for multiple reasons. Sometimes against a trap deck, like, it's just better to search that over the Griffin because the bounce is better anyways. And just something else that's really cool, like, if you're not playing a Legal Knight and you open Griffin and Right or Griffin and Enchantress,
bad,
like,
yeah.
you're not, like, it's not terrible, but you're not getting any extra advantage out of that. Whereas if you're playing a Legal Knight and you open Right and Griffin, all of a sudden you have, like, a broken hand. Like, you got 2 bounces and a negate just off,
or like vice versa. Like, if you open up the Legal Knight, you can just get the
yeah,
Griffin.
exactly. So, like, it turns, like, a mediocre hand into a really good hand if you draw. And, you know, it's not uncommon to draw Griffin with one of the Rights or Enchantress or something. So, yeah, so that's the reason for that. Really good. And then pretty much just the tech cards of the deck. So this is, you know, 3 best hand traps in the format right now. Obviously 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, and then just my favorite tech card. I'm just loving Book of Moon right now. It's just crazy. Like, it's like a 1-card FTK against Scareclaw against Kashtira a lot of the time. Like, I played Marincess the other day. He normal summoned. I booked it. He scooped immediately. Yeah. Like, it's just so good against so many different things. And, you know, you don't have the cost. And you're not flipping your own monsters like Eclipse, so really love Book of Moon. And then finally, last hand trap, just the 2 Nibiru. I didn't want to go over 41. There's 41 cards in the deck, so 2 Nibiru made it 41. And, you know, I don't want to draw it for my 6th card. It's not great going first, so I think 2 is pretty good.
Yeah, it seems pretty tight.
Yeah,
you know,
you draw it when you need to. So, yeah. So that's pretty much the deck. Yeah.
What do you think about, like, Prosperity? Would you ever play Prosperity?
No, so because you're pretty much always getting the draw off your off the right card. Yeah. So I don't want the Prosperity. I'd rather just get the extra draw. So yeah. We'll go into the extra deck. I might have 14 cards. I don't really know. You really don't use the extra deck much.
Roast them.
Yeah. So we'll go 2 of the Lightheart, obviously 2 of the Tryhard.
Yeah, that guy's like the boss monster.
Yeah, these make sense, right? This is probably the best Link 1 in the game at the moment. Like, link off any of your Scareclaw monsters, searches the field spell searches any Scareclaw monster. So obviously, this card is nuts. Really good. And then obviously Tryhard, like, this is the best card in the deck. No one, I think the only time it was outed today was with the Kaiju once, and that was it. No one else could out it aside from that. Flips, it's similar to Baguska, will immediately flip everything into defense position, and then he is unaffected by cards in defense position. So really good. And then if you have this guy up plus the defanging, which protects it from targeting and destruction, like, it makes it so hard to get over this guy.
Like, Branded can't out that now, because
No, they need an Imperm. With the engine alone, they can't out it. And they're not playing any links or anything. So
backed up with your Griffin.
Yeah, backed up with the Griffin. Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, it's just a tower. It's super hard to get over. And then the Scareclaw monsters boost its attack. They can give him piercing. They can give him multiple attacks. So, like, this guy basically he can do everything for your deck. So really, really good. If you haven't read it, just give this card a read. And yeah,
it's literally insane.
Yeah, exactly. So
people have to read it today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'll need to read it after today. Yeah. And then just kind of the regular tech stuff. Asa, you know, you can steal a Fenrir. All the Scareclaws are Earth, so that kind of makes sense. Dark, there's all the extra deck monsters are Dark, so, you know, I just needed something ubiquitous to put in the deck, so went with Dark. And then the other link too is Donner. A lot of times I'm just making this for like another material for access code. And yes, these really don't come up too much. Anytime you do, it's probably just going to be, you know, to link climb into your access code. So not too much to explain there. MVPs of the deck, other than the Tryhard, yeah, Nightmare, Unicorn, and Access Code Talker. It is so easy to make Access Code Talker in this deck. Like, it's ridiculously easy. And then a lot of times you have your Tryhard on board, and then you make your Access Code, and then, you know, your 53 plus 3,000. And that's how you'll game them right there. And then you'll get, you know, 2 extra pops and everything. So really, really good. Yeah, I think every time I swung for game, it was with Access Code Talker. So yeah, this card was nuts, just helping clean up the board. And just the fact that you can make, like, I made it and then had like 3 extra monsters on board, like, multiple times. Just, yeah, really, really good in this deck compared to like any other deck, in my opinion. Just a couple synchros, literally never went into these once. This is just like, I figure Ash and like any of the level 3 Scareclaw, like if I have a clunky field or weird hand, whatever, I can't really see that coming up. Baron, you know, Ash and one of the Kashtira can make it. Again, doesn't really come up. But, you know, if it does, it's there. Yeah, there's lots of room in this extra deck. So, and then another thing that never came up today, Cicada King, Downer, Zeus.
What the heck?
So really the idea with this is Cicada King is basically an Imperm effect, but it's 2 level 3 monsters. But really the idea is just, if I ever have a weird board where, like, let's say I burn through my links or Kashtira banish them or something, I'll just 2 level 3s make this. Hopefully swing, overlay for Downer to then, you know, get a 4 material Zeus. So, again, never came up. Really, I think the only things, literally, I summoned from the extra deck today were obviously the Scareclaw monsters and then And then Donner for material, and then Unicorn access code.
I've seen people play the BA link. Because you can like send your, you can make with 2 level 3s, and then you can send the Enchantress.
Yeah. So that probably is good. I probably should look into that. Yeah, the chair
bridges
beanie.
the gap.
That would be pretty good. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. And I think, like I said, it's 14 cards.
Yeah,
so
might as well.
Super flexible. Yeah. And then I'll just quickly go through the side deck here. A lot of this is pretty standard in the format. Yeah, evenly matched, great going second. Book of Eclipse, obviously, really good going second. Just murders Kashtira. It's awesome when you can get it to resolve, as long as they don't have Ash. Solemn Judgment, recent addition to the deck. Love it. Just so good going first. Like, just helps you deal with problematic spell cards, trap cards, you know, get an inherent summon off the field. Just, yeah, really good. I think probably not too much explanation needed for that.
Do you put Eclipse in only going second?
Only going second.
Okay.
Yeah. Never going first. I don't want to ever flip my own cards. I hate them drawing. Like, 100% going second. And then Droll.
You love that guy, man.
Just the locals killer. I didn't have it at first, and then I just was playing against all these random rogue decks that I knew Droll would have killed if I had it. So figured I'd put it back in, at least while I'm, playing locals. 2 Twin Twisters. Oh my goodness, this is MVP of the deck. I love this card. My one friend put me on it just like a couple weeks ago when the format started. It's insane. It kills everything, like especially Trap Tricks and Runic, because a lot of the times, like if you have Feather Duster or Lightning Storm, like they're good enough to get effects off in your draw phase, your standby phase, and then it's just too late for your Feather Duster, your Lightning Storm. So Twin Twisters has been insane. Like,
and then
love it.
Like a 1-card combo deck, so you don't mind like discarding.
Exactly.
And then if you pitch an
I don't mind
Enchantress,
discarding at all.
Yeah, that's like
pitch an Enchantress. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you get enough draws and searches off this deck. Your hand's never too small. So yeah, love that card. Great. And then just lastly, obviously the 1 Feather Duster, that makes sense. And then just the trap for the Scareclaw. So this is a Omni Negate for the Scareclaw deck. Okay. It's I had it in the main deck, but I figure it's better, if you're going first. Obviously, I sided in going first, and then in the main deck, I'm just searching the Defanging, the protection spell every time. But yeah, so that's it.
We have a regional next week, so let's see if we're gonna take that.
Yeah, I know, right? A little more testing over the next week, and we'll see.
Yep. Thanks for the profile.
That's it. Yeah, man.